And there's plenty of fancy footwork now in Match of the Day.
Old Trafford and Anfield on FA Cup quarter-final day. A grim one weather-wise in the northwest of England, but it didn't deter nearly 100,000 fans heading for those two great centres of football excellence. Good evening. Traditionally, this is one of the great footballing days of the year. Sixth round of the Cup, 2 wins from Wembley. Only Brentford, 11th in the 3rd Division, breaking the 1st Division domination of the competition this far. But biggest crowd of the season would be at Old Trafford. 55,000 plus turned up to watch Manchester United take on Nottingham Forest. Forest with that tremendous recent record, unbeaten since losing at Old Trafford in the league on Boxing Day. The Cup favourites were Liverpool, last year's beaten finalists, drawn at home in the competition for the first time in 3 seasons. What a formidable test for Steve Perryman, the old Spurs favourite, and his 3rd Division outfit, Brentford. And Anfield has that special way of giving visitors a sort of welcoming warning. Once upon a time, Brentford had won there, but it was over 50 years ago, and the London club were then the 1st Division top dogs, with Liverpool struggling in the relegation zone. Well, West Ham are suffering those relegation blues at the moment, but when it comes to cup competitions, they've been a revelation. Remember Arsenal.
And Adams pauses, Rosenia was there, and West Ham have scored! Leroy Rosenia!
West Ham put out the league leaders. Would they beat the 2nd place club, Norwich City? Norwich, the unlikely candidates for a cup and league double. Today's odds for that, 20 to 1. But first it's to Old Trafford. Manchester United against Nottingham Forest, a tie with quality written all over it. John Motson commentating.
Nottingham Forest have not been beaten since they lost here at Old Trafford on Boxing Day, and Ralph Milne, who scored in that 2-0 victory, is restored to the Manchester United starting lineup today, with Lee Sharp switching to left back. As befits a side who've won their last 8 consecutive away games, Nottingham Forest are unchanged. Number 10, Lee Chapman, has scored in every round of the FA Cup, and his striking partner, Nigel Clough, the top scorer, celebrates his 23rd birthday tomorrow. The referee is the man who took charge of last year's final, Brian Hill of Kettering. Well, I haven't experienced an atmosphere quite like this anywhere else in the country so far this season. It's quite intoxicating, with Alex Ferguson saying that they could have sold 100,000 tickets for this match, such has been the demand in Manchester and, of course, in Nottingham, because they've brought 12,000 fans, the maximum allocation. That's Pearce, the Forest captain. Paul McGrath. Hodge. Brian Robson snapping at him straight away, and it's in the central midfield that many people feel this match could be decided. And Bobby Robson, the England manager, looking particularly today at Robson and Webb and Hodge. And from the under-21 point of view, Beardsmore also. That was Hughes. Free kick given against him. Foul on Wilson. Pitch has been watered this morning, but it is raining anyway now at kick-off. so the top surface may play quite well. This Old Trafford pitch is always better for a spot of rain. Neil Webb for Forest. Oh, mistake by Webb, and Milne got in. McClare's in the middle, Robson's to his left. This is Robson. The angle was difficult, Sutton did enough, and the chance is gone. Wasn't easy for Robson, that. But Milne capitalised there on Webb's first mistake. This is Beardsmore. McClare. That's a good turn by McClare. Milne again. And not a very good finish. Well, this was Neil Webb with a bad pass, really, and Milne was away. Robson went to his left. It just ran on a bit, and Sutton saw enough of the ball to come out and deny Robson. Quite tremendous season of consistency that they've had, Nottingham Forest. Only 4 defeats in a total of 40 League and Cup matches. Most consistent team in the country in that respect. But Stuart Pearce was late. Sometimes his timing could be better, and there was no need really for 3 or 4 Manchester United players to come running up, because the referee's got it well in hand. It was the sort of challenge which Pearce sometimes throws himself into, and you could see Strachan had released the ball and had to jump clear, or try to, of the tackle. He wasn't booked. He was spoken to quite sternly, though. Hughes is up there, McClare! Oh, his touch just sent the ball running on in Sutton's favour. And now this cup match is warming up. Sharp. There was a moment of expectancy there for the Manchester United fans as they urged their team forward again. Beardsmore to Strachan. Donaghy. But Forest are so good at shutting the opposition down that Manchester United are forced to go backwards. This is Forest at their best in one way, because then they have to cover for Robson going through. Strachan. Still Strachan, he made some space there. Milne. Walker heads out. And it's when they break like this that Forest are so dangerous. Webb. Carr's making a run now. But Webb has the ball again. Chapman. And Carr. And Nigel Clough running on. 3 others up with him. Webb. And one England player deprives the other, doesn't get a free kick, but doesn't really matter now because Manchester United are on the march again with McClare. Hughes. McClare goes again, Sutton comes with Walker. It's a corner. Forced by McClare after good work way back by Robson, who's, I think, slightly dazed, but anyway, Strachan to take the corner. McGrath's forward now as well. Here comes Bruce. It was cleared by Lee Chapman. Brian McClare just beginning in the last 5 minutes to threaten that Nottingham Forest defence. Wilson has to stay shirt tight. Hughes held on well, but it was a good challenge. And this is Clough. Play on, says Brian Hill. And again, the noise absolutely deafening as Manchester United waste the ball, but still win it back. Donaghy, that's a free kick. Webb on Beardsmore. Robson wants it taken early, but it was wasted really. That's Laws. Milne. Carr. Donaghy. Little back heel was by Strachan. Milne couldn't make the most of it, and Sharp having to recover quickly to track down Franz Carr, who gets away now. 3 to his left against 4 defenders. It's still Carr, and it was a feeble finish, really, when you bear in mind the good position that he got into. Walker watching Hughes. Strachan. Parker. Donaghy. Beardsmore. Oof. Now Donaghy caught that ball from Steve Hodge. This is Hughes though, play goes on. Donaghy's shaken, but he's back running now. Webb and Forest in a good position. Laws joining the attack, with the heels of McGrath only as far as Carr. And he's tricked Sharp. Carr. Parker! A goal for the Forest! Gary Parker! Franz Carr was the danger man, although Paul McGrath's clearance not the best in the world initially, but it sent it back to Carr, and then he tricks Sharp and gets round the outside. The ball in is low and awkward, and Parker was unmarked. Good wing play by Franz Carr. 3 defenders, 4 defenders, but look at Parker. 43 minutes. Manchester United 0, Nottingham Forest 1, and United look for an instant reply. While Forest are still mentally celebrating. Sharp takes it, there's danger there at the far post. McClare, Wilson, Milne, and they could break again, Forest. And if they don't get this flanks bottled up, United are going to be in all sorts of difficulties. Carr is suddenly getting freedom, but so is Strachan. Parker back. Well, it may be that as Hughes kicks the ball away in frustration, that Manchester United will want to know why Carr's cross got past so many defenders. But it's opened up this cup match, and Gary Parker, who scored the goal that sent Forest to Wembley in the Littlewoods Cup, has given those supporters something else to cheer about now. It was an easy one for him, but you have to be there to get them. And Brian Clough watches him passively. Robson. Pearce. Parker. Strachan. United desperate to get the goal back before half-time. That passes by Bruce. But it's hopeful more than anything else. Laws. Brian Hill checks his watch at the end of the first half. Manchester United's first goal conceded here since New Year's Day. It went to Gary Parker, it went to Nottingham Forest, and it gives the Littlewoods Cup finalists a 1-0 lead at half-time in this FA Cup quarter-final, with Manchester United having some searching questions to ask of themselves and to be asked in the second half. So the biggest crowd on the English League ground this season, over 55,000, settled down for the second half. Perhaps remembering what George Graham said last week about playing against Nottingham Forest. The snag is they can catch you on the break if you attack too much, and then when you're one down, as Manchester United are here, and you've got to chase the game, you're in danger of being caught on the break again by a team who've perfected the art at times of counter-attacking. So, whichever way you look at it, it's a difficult second half for Manchester United. And they'll need all the backing of their supporters to get back into it. Strachan. There's nothing complicated about the way Nottingham Forest play. It's straightforward, but it's highly effective. Free kick given, as Hughes made his presence felt again. So it's Donaghy to Strachan. Good cross. Bruce came in behind Hughes, might have got in each other's way there. Not so sure that there was a shout, and it seemed as if they collided, and Bruce didn't get a clean header. It was a very good cross, this, by Gordon Strachan. Perfectly delivered, but what happens is that, well, all three of the players, including Laws, collided. Hughes. Donaghy. Robson. Now McGrath. Forest, again, with everybody back in their own half. Strachan finds Donaghy, who's looking for McClare. And again, that combination of Parker and Hodge linking up with Clough, who seems to link up with everybody. Webb. Just a bit too casual, perhaps, from Webb there, but it was another silky move from Forest. Cars away, he was onside, played on by Bruce. Lee Chapman's absolutely clear on the far side. It's Carr, and he didn't square it. Jim Leighton makes a save that keeps Manchester United in the game, when Franz Carr could have put it surely beyond their reach. It's still a corner. Wilson and Chapman are up there. Well, the Forest supporters behind that goal must have thought there that Franz Carr was going to make it 2-0. You can see Chapman, but perhaps to be fair, Bruce did block the possible square ball, and Leighton certainly blocked the shot, and Manchester United are going to make a substitution. Milner's come off. Clayton Blackmore, number 14, replacing Ralph Milne, number 11. Walker's header, straight to Strachan. McClare goes to the right, hasn't been picked up. Hughes in the middle, here's Hughes! They haven't had many openings, Manchester United, but that was one, and it was made possible by Brian McClare. The Stretford end lifting their spirits a bit here, because McClare got away. Hughes was the obvious target, shot wide. Chapman. Webb. This is Strachan now. He has played well for United. This is McClare. Strachan's gone again. And Pearce able to make an interception, but only at the expense of a corner. Now, if the crowd had their way behind that goal, they'd suck this ball in the net. Manchester United desperate for the equaliser. McGrath is up, Bruce is up, McClare's going on the line. McGrath, McClare, off the line! And the referee superbly placed to see. And the United players say it went over, and Brian Hill says no, and you couldn't argue with its positioning. I think it might have been Stevie Hodge who cleared it. They're protesting it went in from McClare, and we might be able to see from this. The ball flicked on by Paul McGrath. McClare beats the keeper, and a chance here too from the corner. Now, was it over the line? The Stretford end say yes. Brian Hill, just watch the referee's position though when this happens. He couldn't have been any closer. The linesman also should have a view, but Brian Hill says no. And I'm not sure, having seen that. That'll be one of the talking points of the day, that. Was the ball over the line? Steve Hodge was the defender, there's no question now about that. And it was McClare's effort. I suppose you could say the referee might have been masked slightly by the post, having said all that. Hughes now is furious because the decisions are not going Manchester United's way. And all around the ground, people are debating whether that ball was over the line. The whole of the ball has to cross, we must emphasise that. Now it's Carr again, and inevitably the supply line was Clough. Three the other way for him. Still Carr. And still they wait. Webb, Chapman and Parker in there. Chapman! Oh! Didn't quite make it, and it came off Bruce in the end. Mounting excitement now at the Forest end as their supporters check their watches, realising how close they are to the semi-finals of the FA Cup for the second year running, and maybe a chance of Wembley 3 times in 1 year. Can United save themselves in the last 3 minutes? And again the free kick goes to Forest, and again Manchester United react with gestures of frustration. Brian Hill trying to keep the smile on his face, but somebody has said a bit too much, I think. Brian Robson, the England captain, who only played in this match because they cleared up a misunderstanding over a booking, otherwise he would have been suspended, is now being spoken to about dissent. And the Forest fans are singing, but Laws perhaps didn't get the touch quite right, and with 2 minutes left, Sutton will have none of that. Lee Martin. Bumping and boring again, Mark Hughes looks to try and put Robson away. Nigel Clough came back, free kick to United. Is this going to be their opportunity late in the day? Bruce is forward, Robson's there, so is Strachan, on by McGrath, this is Beardsmore. McGrath, Strachan. McGrath again. Hughes let it run, Bruce! Oh, right across the goal, with a deflection I think, corner given. It hit a Forest player, and it's not over yet. There's a chance still for Manchester United. Bruce! And in the last minute, That simple catch for Steve Sutton after Steve Bruce had actually come close here. He got the shot in. Oh, it took a flick off Terry Wilson. The Forest fans are whistling. They want to release the celebrations as Lee Chapman finds Franz Carr. Ball is out again, and Carr just wasted a few seconds there. Bruce, is there time for one more assault? We're in stoppage time. Pearce, Robson, Hughes, Donaghy. McClare jumps towards Pearce. That's going to be a goal kick, much to Forest's relief. And it's a question of how much time Brian Hill elects to add on for stoppages. Bit of time wasting perhaps to account for. And there it is! Nottingham Forest are through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and Brian Clough is on course for 3 Wembleys in one season. Gary Parker, again the man whose goal sends them through. And the fans delighted. It was a good compact performance again from Nottingham Forest, who take their unbeaten run to 18 games now. As for Manchester United, well, the debate will rage on about whether McClare's effort was over the line, but the referee close to it said no. So Manchester United go out of the cup before this huge crowd, and Nottingham Forest celebrate what is becoming for them another quite momentous season. 4 defeats now in 41 matches. Totally consistent, and on the day, narrow but good winners.
Once again, United without a prize. Forest could be heading for 3. You saw the United players' reaction to the disallowed goal. 2 views now. First from Steve Hodge.
I think it wasn't a goal because the referee didn't give it. Simple as that. It's complete reaction, really, on my part. The first header was from Paul McGrath, I think. And Steve Sutton went with Brian McClare for the ball. It's beaten them both, I think, actually, and I just saw the ball come near me and reacted, and thankfully hit my shin and went away from the goal rather than into the net.
I watched you just after you'd done it. You ran away from the line pretty quick. Did you have a quick look at the ref to see what had happened there?
No, I mean, I could tell it wasn't a goal because obviously the Man U fans are going crazy. But obviously, from our point of view, we were well pleased with it.
Well, the television, as far as I was concerned, proves the point that we're all making, that we thought it was a goal. It's as simple as that. But unfortunately, the referee didn't see it as that, so we've just got to bite that decision, really.
I have to say the referee was very close to it.
I believe he was standing next to me. Yeah.
Well, 1-1 in opinions there. What's your view, Jim?
Well, the pictures haven't changed all day. Our opinion has a few times, but they remain the same. Really, the great thing about it was the referee's position, and also the referee's philosophy, I think. You can see him there by the post. McGrath flicks it on. This is at the normal speed. Did that go in or not? That's the sort of view he had at that pace. But now, the last look we shall get, not such a good position for the referee at the moment, I must add. Not all that comfortable there. But now, the last look we shall get at it of this particular piece of action in slow motion. McClare's touch. The ball goes down. Hodge on the line. Does he get it out? Or has the whole of the ball crossed the whole of the goal line? Well, we've got another little shot now where we can see a still frame of the ball, and any moment now an arrow's going to shoot up miraculously from that line in an effort to give you an indication. Has the whole of the ball crossed that line going parallel with the post, or has it not? Two clues really. One, that a referee cannot give a goal, nor can he give a foul, unless he's sure that he's seen it completely. In other words, unless he's sure that the whole of that ball has gone over the whole of the goal line, he cannot give a goal. And also players, professional players of international calibre, when they try to stop a ball going into touch, or when they try and stop a ball going over the goal line, their reflexes are such that they kick it off the line or they keep it in play. Very seldom unless they slip. So it wasn't a goal, he says.
It seems to,
Hey, hands up.
seems to go in a little further every time I see it, I must say. But now the goal that actually was, and a nice bit of skill in the build-up.
The game was won by a very special bit of skill from Franz Carr, you know, and there's an aggravating player in many kind of ways because of his final cross, but he gets that right here. That ball didn't come off, and the clearance was a bit casual there from McGrath. But look at this, like a Harlem Globetrotter. He's on the floor, dribbling the ball, or not with his hands, but with his feet, a drag-back feint. But just look at this pause, which Brian Clough will be very pleased with. He set himself, calmed down, and laid on the perfect cross, threaded it through beautifully.
And Parker gets some nice goals like that,
He's
too.
standing around there all the while, isn't he?
Sure.
Yeah, wonderful.
Thanks, Jim.
Capture.
By the way, the Forest chairman, Maurice Roworth, missed the match, and we learnt later that he was suffering from a severe attack of asthma, and we wish him well.